always going out. We're always going out, always going on holiday, international holidays. Went to Mexico, India, Africa. We had a few more planned. It's exhausting, but I don't usually tell Chris this because I still go to work. I try to go to work as much as I can, just to keep things sort of normal, that I'm not sort of nursing him all the time, so he will sort of get on with his own life. And I do love my work, which Chris knows, and it's very, very tiring, but I just sort of, well, I'm not ill, so, and I don't moan, and I thought, well, what have I got to moan about? So I'll just try and carry on. Well, with his daughters, they can't get enough of seeing him, and also with the grandsons. One of his grandsons, when he saw him, well, I don't think he recognised him because of all the weight that he lost, and I didn't think he wanted to go near him, and they were quite upset about the way he looked more than anything else, because he's always been jolly, and he was having a joke that he's sort of taken on tigers when we went on our safari, and I think they just all sort of stared at him and thought, well, he's not Grandad, and they all sort of backed off. I think it's very hard for them to see him like that. One of them said, "Oh, Grandad, how comes your head's got so big?" It's because all the weight he lost. "Oh, Grandad, why is your neck gone all funny?" And "Oh, Grandad," and it was no more questions. Or, "Oh, Grandad, has the cancer gone?" And then we just sort of came home, and you sort of think, well, who do we tell first? And we just sat here and said, well, where do we start? No one's told us. They've just told, "Oh, you've got so many months," and we said, but you've told us we've got so many months, but what do we start to do? We're sitting here and we've wasted a day thinking about what should we do because we've only got months. It was horrible, really horrible. I just think it's the way the world is. It's the way things was. You didn't bother with, say, health and safety. No, I don't feel anything at all. I've got no feelings whatsoever. I'd say I've got more feelings now for the people who are in the business now than the ones that are in it when Chris's age. Only because I can see what's happening to Chris. I'll just think of them, am I coming to work tomorrow, or is Chris going to say to me, do you have to go in? And that's how I take every day. I take every day because of Chris, how he's feeling, and then I decide what I'm going to do. Now I think it's going to be harder then because the energy's not there. We're both tired, but Chris is tired because of his illness, and I hate to say I'm tired of not looking after Chris, but it's exhausting. And I wouldn't say the exhausting, but it's not the, I wouldn't say physical, it's the mental. And your brain is just so tired mentally, it's unbelievable. But then I thought, as I always say, well, I'm not the one I'm ill, I'm not the one that's ill. And everybody says to me, well, how are you doing? How are you doing? You know, you're the other half, how are you? And I say, well, I'm fine because I'm not ill. And that's my saying. Nothing wrong with me, I'm not ill. So I'm fine. I'd say the only thing I do miss is laughter. We don't laugh like we used to. And I say to everybody, that's what I miss, the laughing. Because we feel now there's nothing to laugh about. So just think of the impacts it will have on your family. So once you've gone, your family is still there to try and get over it and try and live with it. But it can be prevented, your family won't have to go through it.